We're on to breakdown number 2. I'm not sure what that was, but big success. The first breakdown of our new series, and thank you so much for, sorry about that, for taking the time to comment. If you commented, share if you share, because at the end of the day, really it's about giving you something that you can take home to become a better athlete and learn a little bit more about. Hey, no, you can have whatever. No! Happy Halloween, everybody. Thought I'd do a really fun little Halloween intro. Drop a comment down below if you like that, if you'd like to see more fun little creative edits like that. But let's kind of get past that. Let's beforehand, if you haven't already, make sure you've liked and subscribed to this channel, and we'll hop, hey, another pun, right into the breakdown. Today we're taking a look at Yuji Nishida. Today we're taking a look at Yuji Nishida, and he is the overwhelming favorite, the overwhelming up-like from the last video from Team Japan. This is a high-flying human being, and let's watch these jumps. There's 2 jumps that I picked because they're different in nature, and then let's break them down. Ooh. Bam! Get it. Love it. Gorgeous jumper. There we go. Oh, he knows it. He's like, I know I'm gorgeous. Oh, right to the stones. He's gonna be talking an octave or 2 higher. All right, so let's go back. We always start with connectedness. How do these jumps feel? I already watched it through. These jumps are exceptionally connected, or else he wouldn't be jumping like this. So we don't have any of what we call kind of acceleration disturbances, which is ideally is he mismanaging his body mass as he's transitioning through his approach? And no, he's definitely not. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So you can see, boom, he's like, where is this ball? I wanna make sure that my approach is smooth. A good jumper is patient. They are able to sight the trajectory of their pass and know when to initiate their approach so that their behaviors and the intent behind the jump is always the same. We got the setup here into our penultimate, and what we notice is the penultimate, like I talked about last time, is the penultimate's primary responsibility, right, is lower the center of mass. And you can see here, right, we got bent knee, the hip has collapsed a little bit, but he's still very strong and stable. We still have this nice stacked position where the joints are aligned and energy is being prioritized into this push. And this push is doing a wonderful job of maintaining that upright posture, that chest up, so that the center of mass is being preserved. What we mean by that is that when this foot comes in contact with the ground, this is our plant foot. Plant foot, or plant, equals power. That's the easiest way to remember. P equals P. He's giving it time to amortize or store energy, create energy, store energy, before this braking foot comes through, or our block foot. So our block foot provides that return force that's crucial in order to get this transition from horizontal to vertical. And sharp plant is down. We get this nice triangular base. That triangular base, no matter the width of the triangle, is still a stable shape, right? The Egyptians created pyramids out of triangular shapes, not out of skinny tall rectangles, or ovals, or pentagons, or hexagons, or diamonds, hearts. Ooh, free association. All right, back to it. Tyler, get your shit together. We got a nice strike of the arms with the block foot. So arms strike down with the block, which means that we're gonna get some nice complementary return force from the ground. It's blurry. It kind of looks like it's like it was filmed on a baked potato, but you can see that head position is well managed, right? We're not cranking the neck way back. We'll get into that in some other videos of why we don't want to see that head and neck cranked back, but very good position here. Now this is kind of a forward on angle. It's tough to do perfect analysis from this angle, but I'm seeing enough video that I can tell you that we're doing a good job with position. That left shoulder, left hip, left ankle, nice and stacked and aligned, right? We talk about the stacked position as really being that axial or up and down alignment of shoulder, hip, and ankle. That helps us to preserve and elicit power. And then we transition through, look at how steep that takeoff vector is, right? Right up through that center of mass. Boom, to our finish. Beautiful, love it. Let's go to the next one. This is a very different jump if I'm not mistaken, right? This next one is a lot of horizontal distance covered and a much different, oh yeah, okay, so let's go here and let you in on what I'm seeing right out of the gate. So here is our setup into our penultimate. So yes, we're lowering the center of mass, but look, the center of mass is already well out in front of where this kind of toe off for the penultimate is starting. So we get this long push, which is an awesome behavior, but you'll see that long push is being led by this head and shoulder. So this is what we call, it's a classic example of diving through the penultimate stride. And you can dive through the penultimate stride, but what we don't want to see is that become a habit, because what happens then is it becomes about recovering these positions in order to elevate yourself quickly off the ground. And he's obviously a very talented athlete and is jumping and demonstrating good, sharp, crisp technique in other examples, other attacks. But I wanted to give the volleyball world a really good snapshot into, if you are going to dive through your penultimate, what needs to happen in order to jump efficiently. So as he transitions here through that plant foot, you're gonna see what I would typically not cue for a jumper, which is that preservation of the center of mass doesn't seem to be a priority here, right? The center of mass is now well beyond that power source, right? The power or plant foot, its responsibility is pushing. It's a concentric mover, whereas this block foot here is a braking mechanism. Its primary responsibility is eccentric in nature, or braking, lengthening of the muscle tissue. And if you do not manage the center of mass well, you'll see what happens as that momentum carries him through. He's now relying solely upon this block or braking mechanism to give him some of that vaulting power, which again, it's not really designed for that. It absolutely can, and you can see it's working quite well for him here, but there's room. And I'm confident that with a couple days work with Mr. Yuji here, he would be jumping much better than he already does. And much in the confines of elite is marginal. However, he would be very appreciative of some of the things that we could work with him, and that I can rubber stamp. Boom. Let's rubber stamp it. I made a sound effect, I'm not sure. Let's try it again. There we go. And the block foot's going out nice and far so that we still have this triangular base. It has to go out there. It has to go out there, and it has to go out there deliberately. It has to be punched out there in order for him to have that transition, even though we have a much shallower line of action. And we can trace that line of action very easily by mapping that kind of takeoff plant through the center of mass, right till, make sure we find that takeoff there, and he should follow that line pretty nice. And then we get to the peak of the jump, and then he flattens out, and then boom, we got that nice attack. So there's a lot of good things happening here as well, but I would say that we can definitely still achieve this level of distance covered without sacrificing that center of mass. So that's really what I'm getting at. At the end of the day, he's doing a phenomenal job. He's a great jumper. I love watching his jumps. And I hope you loved watching me watch his jumps, loving them as well. If you haven't already and you made it this far in the video, subscribe. Click the button. It's super easy. Watch. I didn't do it, but it's easy to do. Hit the thumbs up button. Click the notification bell. Do all the things you're supposed to do on a video because, well, you're here and we love you. And I imagine you don't hate us. So join our family, join our team. Also in the profile profile, the description below, the box, the thing with the information, there's a link in there. If you want your jump analyzed by me, that's a service we provide, and we love to give you feedback and put you in the right direction. Okay, go do that, do all the other things I said, and we'll catch you in the next one. COVID high five.